The preparation since they came back from the international break, the energy that I felt, the hunger to play the game, the enthusiasm, the joy, and then when you are able to play in the manner that we played, perform in the manner that we did, and to win with the goals that we scored against our rivals, obviously it's a very special day.
When it's the Northern derby, on both sides, people speak beforehand about, almost tactics going out the window. It's about character. Is it about fight? Did your team win in that regard today?
Well, we certainly wanted to impose ourselves in every department, but it has to start that with that intensity, with the duels being very precise, because the space is limited. There's a lot of aggression on the pitch. They are a really, really good team, and we have to earn it. I think we started from the beginning really strong, really intense, creating a massive chance with Declan straight away, and we had to be patient. But we look very dominant. We scored 2 magnificent goals to start with, and then in the second half as well, we maintained the consistency. And even though there are things to improve, overall I think it was a great performance.
Look, now this is not me talking as an Arsenal fan. It is me saying at one point you have to embrace it. People were talking about the process. It's not believing in the process anymore, it's happening. You have to be honest. We put ourselves in a situation where we have, I do believe, the best squad. Did you hear the name of the players that he mentioned just now? They're not playing. Look at how we played. You're not complaining anymore about missing 1 or 2. So you need to make sure that you can win the league. I'm not saying you're going to win it, but you need to act like it. You are favorite. Embrace it. Not know anything. Like, we all know it's going to be difficult against Chelsea. We all know we have the game at in midweek against Bayern Munich. But it's time to deliver. And you need to embrace it. It's not me trying to put pressure. It's not. If I was in that dressing room, that's how I would have come back. In the summer, I would have said, guys, it's time. Enough of messing around. We need to now put a performance this year where people are going to be scared of us. And that's about it. It's not being cocky. It's not being whatever it is. It is, you work for it, right? You suffered from it. Everything that you did this summer is to make sure that you can have 2 squads. I would say that the 2 squads that we have, if you maybe change it however you want to change it, can finish. Obviously, the first one, you know what we can do when the guys play. The other one can be in the top 4. This is how good of a squad we have.
I think over the last 3 years, people have almost sort of laughed at Arsenal a little bit, about second again. But there's a lot of big clubs in this country, and I mean, it's not something to turn your nose up at in terms of finish second 3 years run. That's not easy in itself. But what Arsenal have done in those 3 years, they've never threw the league away. The first couple of years up against Man City, we all felt Man City were a better team than them. They probably let themselves down a little bit last season, how far off they were from Liverpool. But the only team who can stop Arsenal winning the league is Arsenal. They are the best team. They are the best squad. The only thing that can stop them is their own head, their own mentality. Maybe this crowd getting nervous in March and April. If the league is still up for grabs by then, this would be one. If they didn't win it, I think we'd all point the finger at them and say, you threw this away. I don't think that's ever been the case before. I always think the case has been there has been a team slightly better than them in the Premier League, but that is definitely not the case this season.
And there have been moments at this ground late on in the past 3 seasons where it's felt extremely tense here at the Emirates, in games where Arsenal will have felt they had to win to either stay in the title race or maybe just get their noses in front in title races, and that's where they've fallen short. Do they look more relaxed to you? Do they look more that pressure isn't there in the same way?
Mikel looks more relaxed. The way he's on the bench, he would have his moment, like everyone right on the bench. But sometimes when you're the boss, you don't do it on purpose. But the way you are will have an impact on everyone in the stadium and on your team. But I can see that now also having the squad that he has makes him go into game more relaxed because of what the guys can give him, and you could see it today. But yeah, you feel it as an Arsenal fan. Sometimes when you're there, and maybe before, the 2 years before or last year, 3-1, we would have seen it out. Maybe we would have finished 3-2, bang, 4-1, and then we control the ball and we go back being in control of the game. So that's a plus. But I agree with Jamie. It's not so much about what the others are doing. It's in your hand. Just get on with it.
And I think the point about finishing in second place for 3 consecutive seasons is an interesting one, because sometimes as much of an achievement as that might be, 3 seasons is quite a long time in football. So for that same-ish group of players to go again and to have the energy to go again, to have the focus to go again and find themselves in this position, is that impressive in itself?
It is, but you know what? I will take. Bukayo has been there for a little while. You have guys that are just arrived, but it seems that they bought into what's happening. Sometimes it takes a bit of a moment to do that. But for me, when I see how Declan Rice plays, and how all those guys play, by the way, we can talk about Nkapie, we can talk about everybody. You can see that there is something happening this year. Once again, that doesn't mean you're going to win the league, but the attitude of it is right there. So let's not, mess it up. And I'm going to sleep well tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.